morning. In fact, it's afternoon here already. So, as usual, how my morning routine is to do a 5 km, maybe 4 to 5 km run. Not in the focus of timing or speed, just a walk or run to start my day. Start with something disciplined, start something that requires effort, so that I will have the resilience, I should say, to actually continue the rest of the day, my work and then everything. So, if you're new to the channel, my name is Nicholas, and I have been addicted to porn for past, say, that's quite a long time, about 20 years maybe. And I've decided to be on my NoFap life in 2023. Yeah, so March 2023 actually, because it's really very significant to me. So what happened was I went on a 11 months maximum retention and no porn, like a monk mode kind of thing. At the same time, I was doing intermittent fasting. So why did I came to that? Most probably because I was very, very sick of my lifestyle already. I was feeling really tired and very burnt out. I was also very fat. I was like 80 kg. More significantly skinny fat. And I was really lifeless at that time. So yeah, that was the reason why I embarked this journey. So I was reading a book. The book by Gary Wilson. And I read to this chapter where it says, out of all the addictions in the world, sugary food and porn are the hardest to quit. So, out of all the addiction like tobacco, alcohol, and all the drugs, a lot of the people who are taking tobacco or smoking or drinking alcohol and even doing some illegal substances, they do not get, as it's only a very small percentage of them actually get addicted, like maybe say 10% or 15%. But for sugary food and for porn, it's the easiest to be addicted. And the most interesting thing is, those who are addicted to them are not aware of it actually. So the main thing is, because of our DNA. In the past, when we were hunter-gatherers, we do not eat every day. We don't eat like 3 meals a day, 6 meals a day. We are able to hunt, we will eat. Or if we were walking and we see some berries, we'll pluck them and eat. So, and we'll eat as much as possible. So that develops our gene to be very, very inclined to taking sugary food. And of course, throughout the history, this has been manipulated. So it's really about DNA. So what about porn? Porn is the same thing. As a creature, if you look at monkeys, if you look at rats, any creature in the world, when they are, what is their number one main objective of goal in the world? Is to reproduce. Is to pass down their bloodline, pass down their offspring. And it has been manipulated. So what I would say is, the moral of the story is, you might not notice the addiction until you really look into it. So that was what I learned actually. I was having a lot of social anxiety, couldn't go out, and face people. I couldn't, I wouldn't want to meet people. Less talk about talking to the opposite sex, talking to women. I was always trapped in the room and doing the dirty, watching adult videos and stuff. So my mental health actually took a hit. Gave me, I was kind of like in a very depressive state. So yeah, and yep. So I would urge you, if you haven't looked into it, do look into it, or even start it actually. Just quit. That's how I start. I just quit. I stopped and I went on no porn. Like I quit porn almost instantaneously for about a good 6 months. So this is what they call a PMO reboot, where you quit P, you quit M, and you quit O for a good, like, for me it was like 10 months. Yeah, and now I'm reaping the benefits actually. So if you really like this kind of content and what I share, do subscribe, and yeah, you will see this. And yeah, till next time, I'll see you.